Hello, Jess You Good here. Today I'm reviewing and unboxing the LEGO Star Wars 2003 Jabba's Message Set, which originally retailed for $7 in the United States. And this box is pretty pristine. I don't want to mess it up too much, but I do got to open it, so let's open this sucker up. And here's everything you get inside the box. So here is Bib Fortuna, and this is one of two Bib Fortunas we ever got in LEGO Star Wars World. That top kind of hat accessory is actually supposed to be part of his head, and that just kind of attaches to the top of the head kind of tightly. I mean, it's a little bit hard to remove, but you just kind of attach it to the stud up there. And this is a really cool mold. It looks kind of gross at the top, but it's kind of like a hard plastic, so I do like that. It's not like rubber or anything. Nowadays, it would probably be rubber. And again, I think the 2012 one was the same piece. And for the rest of the figure, you got some nice kind of front torso printing, a cape, and kind of a weird looking face. I like how that came out. Here is C-3PO, and this version actually has light pearl gold, which is what a lot of the older versions had, and that's an extremely rare color. I mean, you know, just in other pieces, because this particular C-3PO isn't too rare. But it is cool to get some printing on the back of his torso, because that's something that a lot of old minifigures didn't have, like Bib Fortuna. But you also got some printing on the front of his torso. It's the same head mold they use today, but it doesn't have the printing for the eyes. And here's R2-D2. This is the original one with some printing all around the top, which still looks good, and some printing on the front right there. So here is the build of the set, and yeah, it looks a little bit incomplete, especially at the top. I don't like that, even though it is a $7 set. The back kind of wall part right here is fine, though. I do like the little play feature, which is that you can lift up the door just by pushing this up, and that works with the little kind of gateway keeper droid at the front, which is actually a really cool printed piece that only came in the set. And you can see the print is on one of those Technic ball parts. You just kind of lift it up like that, and it lifts all the way up right there. Of course, there's a lot of vacant space right here that I kind of filled up with the minifigures, and that's really what that space is for. It looks very undetailed, but that's okay. It is a 2003 set. And there is one last thing, which is this little Technic pin right here. And in that brown color, it's actually kind of hard to find these modified 1x2s with the Technic pin. And that is so it could connect to Jabba's palace, so you can make a big scene. And that also connects with Jabba's prize, I believe, which is a set I reviewed in a Throwback Thursday previously. And that's really it. I mean, there's not much else to the build. It is a cheap little $7 set from back in the day. We'll take a look at the packaging and then the final verdict. Here's the box for the set. No alternate builds or anything on the back, which is kind of sad. There's also one instruction booklet, which does have some cool little advertisements on the back for some of the older sets. Of course, you can connect that to Jabba's palace, which I already reviewed that one and this one, so I guess next up will be Jabba's palace if I can get my hands on it. Because I have the little miniature kind of sets they had back then. But yeah, that's really it for the instructions, and they also give a little Lego Club advertisements. I've been over this packet very many times before, so I'm not going to go over it now, but it is cool to see that pepperoni with an exclusive face on there, which they should release that as a figure. So the Jabba's Message set is good for what it was. I mean, it was a cheap little $7 set. So you got a really cool minifigure in Bib Fortuna. Of course, the old C-3PO is awesome as well with that nice kind of light pearl gold coloring. And I like the little messenger droid, or I guess a gateway droid would be the nice name for it. And so yeah, it's nothing that will probably stand out in terms of the build, but it does have some cool figures, and Bib Fortuna definitely stands out in this classic Star Wars collection. So that's it for now. Stay tuned for next Throwback Thursday, where I think I'll be covering a Paradisa set, actually. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.